Richard and I spent several afternoons in Sedona discussing the mysteries of Arizona. He had many a tale to tell, but I had a few of my own. I pulled out an old book to show Richard. The book was Joseph Miller's Arizona Cavalcade, published in 1962, and an article from 1892 in the Phoenix Herald is quoted under a chapter entitled Royal Treasure. This story may have to do with your strange tunnel in the Superstition Mountains, I told Richard. It's from pterodactyls, tunnels, in the cities of Cibola, in Lost Cities of North and Central America by David Hatcher Childress. Adventures Unlimited Press. Very good series of books there. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. I have been very busy with work lately, so forgive my lateness in getting another video up. But I thank you for your support and for the many views on my last one. This is going to be a video that doubtless is going to be received either with good intentions or royally panned, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go contrary to Dr. Ron Paul, the noted libertarian-leaning congressman who recently had an article posted at Infowars.com, and I had a chance to read it. And it was basically a first salvo in the New Right / Tea Party crusade against social programs, and most notably Social Security. What I find very annoying with Dr. Paul is that basically the entire article is filled with nothing but lies. He would have you believe that there is no dedicated funding stream for Social Security when there in fact is. He would have you believe that the funding problems for Social Security cannot be solved in any way that is feasible or important enough to accomplish, which is also a lie. The fact that there is quote-unquote no money in Social Security is a lie. The dedicated tax revenues are used to purchase Treasury securities. Before we had a totally corrupted, destroyed federal government that has been taken over by corporations and is run by international banks, Treasury securities are very sound investments. But of course that's rather dubious today with the destruction of the economy and the U.S. dollar in the hands of those same international banks. And then he has the gall and the nerve and the temerity to say that we need to look at things with what's the word he used? We need to see things as they really are, implying that people who think that Social Security is a program worth saving and that it provides a needed service for people as they get older are living in a fantasy world that they can't see the reality of what's around them. Well, I have news for you, Dr. Ron Paul. Why don't you stop living in the fantasy land of Tea Party libertarians? That fantasy world that says there is a free market, and the free market is the solution to every motherfucking thing that has ever come in the history of the fucking universe.
is a fucking fantasy. So, if you want to talk about looking at things the way they are, motherfucker, you better start fucking doing it yourself before you ask anybody else. Because you're living in a libertarian fucking teabag motherfucking unreality of bullshit and nonsense. You're too fucking stupid or too much of a fucking shill to actually admit it. So don't tell me I'm living in a fantasy world by not seeing what's right before our fucking eyes. There is no such thing as a motherfucking free fucking market. Cocksucker. Does that spell it out clear enough for you? And what is Ron Paul's solution to the looming disaster of Social Security? Why, let young people opt out of the system so they can invest their money as they see fit. Well, where would they invest that money, Mr. Paul? Oh, in the markets, which you, your fucking self, have said time and time again in pointing out the plunge protection team and all of the other fucking shenanigans and manipulations in the motherfucking market. You point this out, and yet you, at the same fucking time, are telling people you should be free to invest your money the way you want to. Well, it sounds all great and wonderful, doesn't it? Until you're fucking raped by a motherfucking greedy corporate fucking gangster motherfucker in the goddamn fucking free fucking market, dominated by fucking gangsters, crooks, and fucking thieves, who all they do is fucking manipulate the fucking market so they make money and you fucking lose it. So where else are you going to put your goddamn money? Where else? That's his fucking answer. Do you know what a real solution to the Social Security problem is? Because contrary to what Dr. Ron Paul thinks and his Austrian School of Economics and the Libertarian connection to economics, which is a fucking dead goddamn horse rotting on its fucking bones, crumbling into fucking dust because it's totally fucking useless. And because we do not have a free motherfucking market, you have to have protections against rabid motherfucking gangster corporations and fucking banks who would stab you and fucking rape your dead fucking corpse for 2 fucking cents. And that's why you have to have some kind of social safety net, and that's why you have to have something like Social Security. So wake the fuck up yourself, you blind motherfucking jackaloff, and look at things the way they fucking are. And get your head out of your ass. What's the solution to Social Security? Eliminate the earnings cap. $106,000 a year. Anything you make over that, you don't pay anything into Social Security. Eliminate it. Eliminate it. No problems for Social Security at all. Fully funded. No trouble. Nothing for the foreseeable future. Eliminate the cap. Why shouldn't every dollar of earnings be subject to it? Every dollar of earnings is subject to taxation. Why should it be different for Social Security? No cap. Eliminates every possible conceivable problem. Of course, you know, the backdoor attempt being done right now with the reduction in the FICA payments via our wonderful president, Barry Soetoro, as a backdoor attack on Social Security. In fact, causes everybody to see that the looming crisis of Social Security is closer because we're not paying as much into it as we were before. Maybe you need rocket scientists to figure that out. So, you know, I just want to point out a couple things to you. Every time they voted on any kind of unemployment, anything, Dr. Ron Paul said no. And of course they call him Dr. No, but he does vote for some things. He did vote yes to suspend tariffs. Now this is from a guy. This is from a guy who presumably would like to eliminate the income tax and have the United States government, all two people that he would have in it, be run entirely by tariffs. But yet he voted to suspend them, so go figure. They wanted to have whistleblower protection for offshore oil workers. So in case something like BP, a huge fucking disaster, would allow people to come forward without fear of reprisals, well, he voted no to that. They wanted to put a modest regulation in to stop commodity speculation, or at least to slow it down so it doesn't go into the fucking jam my hand all the way up your ass raping mode that we live in right now. But he voted no on that. Oh, and yes, there was recently a bill that should have been called, "Hey, corporate guys who are out for nothing but a fast buck, how about not murdering your miners?" Bill. And of course he voted no on that. Let's see. What else do we got here? Oh, no to the CHIC program. It's another one of those wonderful, very successful social programs that he would like to see eliminated. And when Congress wanted to have an ethics office to investigate ethics violations, he voted no to that. So he's completely wrong on Social Security. And, you know, there's a very simple solution, and that is to eliminate the earnings cap. And there's no problem for the foreseeable future. You know, I'm sorry for people out there who, you know, just blindly follow someone like this. But wake up and see reality that's right before your eyes. Like the condescending motherfucker Ron Paul wants us people who believe that Social Security is a fucking good goddamn program, a salvation to fucking many, and should be fucking preserved for the fucking future. I do see reality, motherfucker. You don't. So when you wake up and smell the fucking no free trade motherfucking coffee, that's when I'll wake up and realize that the most successful social program in the history of this country, maybe next to Medicare, which is going to be another target, is worth saving or worth dismantling, whichever. So, my thoughts. Thank you.